Good morning. I woke up today thinking about courage. Well, I guess it's because I went to sleep thinking about it, so I woke up today thinking about it as well. Because it takes courage to do anything new. So I know that there's a lot of us that want to do something new and we just don't have the courage to do it. So how do you get the courage? Like, you know, if you're afraid of something, like how do you eradicate fear? That's something I thought that I had to do in order to do what I wanted to do, but you know what? Courage is doing things when you're afraid anyway. Just doing it in the face of fear. So how do you do that? Oh, well, I've been stalked 5 times, and you gotta just keep on living. You can't just lie down and die. So that's courageous, to keep on going in the face of fear. And we all do it. We all have fears and we still do what we gotta do. Even after a traumatic experience, trauma, the brain is wired to continue, eating and surviving and oh God, whenever I'm in the front of the camera, I start to freeze. And so for me to continue talking, it takes courage. I have to courageously just keep on talking. Man, oh man, oh man. Anyway, what have I done in my life to be courageous? And what does courage actually mean? Well, you know what? I was stalked by 5 different weirdos in the world, but honestly, none of those compared to actually being stalked by the frickin' devil. And dark forces and demons. Yeah. So, when we talk about courage, for me to come forward and to talk about love and light, enlightenment and spirituality and stuff, it takes me massive amounts of courage. Because, it's one thing to see me from your perspective over there in your house and watching me on YouTube or whatever. But, there's obviously a sense of safety. You're there, I'm here. Sure, you can, I'm sure, find me and come and stalk me. Because where there's a will, there's a way. People find people. But I'm not afraid of that as much as I am the darkness. Because the darkness can get me in my own house. It could come into my dreams. It could come into my spaces. So for me to start talking about light and love and, really actually spreading the love that I have and trying to... Why is it so hard for me to formulate words when I'm talking by myself? If there's an actual person there, I have no problem talking. But when there's nobody, it's I'm going to try it again downstairs. Bye. Okay, so what does Google have to say about courage? The ability to do something that frightens one. Strength in the face of pain or grief. Courage is the choice and willingness to confront agony, pain, danger, uncertainty, or intimidation. Valor is courage or bravery, especially in battle. That was Wikipedia that said that. So, how did I get courage? Well, the way I see it is that we only have two choices. We either have to face what we have to face, or we just lay down and die. Well, not quite, but you know what I mean. Just like, what are you gonna do? We have to do things. And if this helps anyone be inspired by their own courage, or if you're not seeing that you have courage, but anyway, I was stalked also by some exes and some weirdos. I like tried to get into my house and my backyard for who knows what reason. You know, an ex-boss. Like, there's just been a lot of people who are like obsessed with me. I mean, look at me. Wouldn't you be obsessed with me too? I mean, yeah. I'm obsession worthy, right? So, but worse than all of those put together was I was stalked, tormented, tyrannized. I don't know if that's the word. A word, I don't know. By demons. Dark forces. Dark, demonic forces. Supernatural, bizarre, freaking unexplainable dark forces. So, courage. How do we get it? How do we get courage? This is how I get courage. I know that I'm eternal. I know that I cannot die. I know that this life can end and this body can die, but I, the soul, the spirit that is I, cannot die. I am connected to the whole. We are one whole. And you can't cut off God's fingers. You can't. God is infinite. And I say God in the sense of an infinite consciousness that is all things expressed. That is the whole, the totality, the life force that is the magic that breathes life through and into us, that makes us, is us. That gives me courage. I want you to, be you, do you. Like, I don't want to infringe my ideas on you and make you do anything. But, like, I really want you to find that in you as well. To know that you are an expression of the divine. That you are one whole, part of the whole. And that these experiences are to actually make us stronger. And I know that's so common and so, yeah, everybody says that, blah, 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 blah. Like, nobody wants to hear that in the face of having, hardship or trauma or whatnot. But, like, honestly, it's something that is the truth. And when I say stronger, it's not about just being stronger. It's not really just about that. What it's about is that we are the light of the universe. You are the light of the universe. Do you hear me? And when we grow and we become stronger, we're expanding, and we're expanding the light of the consciousness of the universe. We are like the cells in the body of God, growing and expanding and helping consciousness and creation grow. When we allow fear to stop us and shrink us and make us small, we're doing nothing but stagnating and stopping the growth and the expansion of consciousness, the light of the universe. And it's inevitable. You will eventually grow. It will eventually expand. There's no way around it. So when you don't feel courageous and you don't feel like you have it in you to move forward, or, you just don't think you have it in you at all. Like, I have been there where I actually just wanted to lie down and call it a day. Like, actually lie down and call it a day. I found the courage in thinking outside of myself. In my darkest hour, when I felt like everyone would be better off without me, there was a little light, and that light is eternal and infinite. But that little light that was there that I wasn't really even seeing, that little spark, it's all it took was that little spark to be like, okay, you know what? I could do this. I could do this. If not for me, but for my family. For my friends. I thought about what darkness I was spreading by going into that place. I know it was a reprieve I wanted from the suffering that I was experiencing, but then that little spark gave me just enough to really have the courage to pull through and do whatever it took to fight that darkness. To fight that, and I don't want to say fight because it's not a fight. I don't fight things. I don't fight the darkness. I don't fight the demons. I surrender to the light and love of the universe. The darkness is like, fuck you. I did it for the light of the universe, and that is courage. That is courage when you go inward and you find that spark. There's a spark. If we're alive, there's a spark. Even if you're hanging on by a thread, there's a spark. There's still a little spark. Even if you can't see it, it's a little spark. Just grab onto that little spark and know that it will grow if you focus on it. Go inward. The darkness has us focusing outward all the time. They did this to me. They did this to me. Oh, I can't do this because of that out there. Blah, blah, blah. No, when you go in, you will find infinity. You will find eternity. You will find that place, that little spark. And that spark of light is infinite. And all possibility is available to us. All possibility is there. So, courage is doing it in the face of fear. You know, I mean, fear is really ridiculous, right? Like, I'm afraid of being seen. Seen doing what? Being stupid. Look at me. I'm being stupid. Ooh, are you going to judge me? Judge me. Oh, that wasn't so hard. Didn't even take any courage. It was actually quite freeing. Felt like when I was a child. If it made you laugh, then you know what? I'm expanding consciousness. I'm expanding light. I'm expanding love. That's what we want to do. I don't know who said this the first time, but fuck you, Satan. I love you. Talk to you later.